Rolling with the triple C, I'ma make them bend the knee. Rolling with the triple C, don't really count the heat.
So guys, let's talk about judging. That's right. I'm talking about all you bald-headed, fat people who have never fought before who are actually judging fights. Guys, and I'm not here just to talk about my fight. You know, I'm talking about Vasily Lomachenko. I'm talking about Kai Kara-France versus Amir Abazier. Guys, these fights are again, guys. I go back and think about close fights. My fight was close with Aljo. Okay, I'll take the L. I'm still a bit confused though on the fifth because if both judges have me winning 2 and 3, I want to know how is it that Derek Cleary. Anybody who was blind that would say, dude, I won the fifth. That was the most decisive round in the whole fight. Not only for me and Aljo, but literally, you could clearly see that I actually won that round. Again, guys, I'll take that L. I'll take it on the chin. I'll be a man about it. Vasily Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. And all these fights happened in the last, literally, 3 weeks. I mean, robbery upon robbery, close fights, people giving a fifth round to somebody who, I don't know how is it that he actually wanted, but where are we going to hold these judges accountable? What are they watching? Could there be a curriculum where a lot of these judges could actually fight? Or do we make the actual referee into a judge and we make it even? You know what I'm saying? Because he's the closest person in there? Or should we have an open scorecard? I actually like that. I actually do believe that the UFC should actually change it into an actual scorecard where you said, hey man, you lost. Or that was blue corners or that was red corners round, where people actually know where is it and when is that you actually have to, put the metal to the metal. Because it's to the point where it's getting confusing. And the last thing we want to do is turn the sport of mixed martial arts into boxing, where it's complete robbery, where you know that you can knock the guy down 10 out of the 12 rounds and still lose. Where is it that these people are going to be held accountable? Should there be a curriculum for these judges to be able to say, hey man, you at least to be a judge have to have a background and have to have amateur experience in boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, or mixed martial arts, but you need one of those traits in order for you to actually do it, because I don't feel like at times people really count the actual takedowns. I don't think at the times people really count the actual leg kicks or even to the body. I mean, this is becoming a problem, and we have to do our best to let the best man win, because if not, guys, it's becoming a shit show. It's becoming a circus. And that being said, I know both of these guys, but if I literally had to say who is it that actually won, I'm about to say this man right here. And I think the whole world would actually approve. And I like him. This guy is part of dominance. I know he's a brother of Ali, but then again, he's also boys with Aljamain too, so I get a chance to throw my 2 cents in. But it's really not about that. It's really about honesty. I mean, to significant strikes, to the most precise punches that were actually landed actually came from Kai Kara-France. Was it a closer fight? You can have close fights, but they could be decisive. In this particular fight, this fight right here was decisive. Again, guys, I'm not maybe I could rewatch the fight, maybe have a second take, but I was actually watching in Mexico even without volume. Literally, because my baby was sleeping at that time and it was late. And watching, I'm just like, man, that is, I even went to the restaurant, I'm like, oh yeah, Kai Kara-France got it. Like, I literally had to drop a bomb. And when I went to go drop a bomb, which is, it took about 3.5 minutes, I came back and I saw him doing the post speech on the mic, and they had him lifted up, just like, I'm like, man, if I felt like it was that close, I would have literally kind of like pinched it in, tucked it in. But it's unfortunate. Where is it that the actual sport is going? Can we clean this up? Dana White, UFC, can we start holding these judges accountable? It's not right. It's not right to me. It's not right to Vasily. And it's definitely not right to Kai Kara-France. As much as I don't like city kickboxing, I do believe in honesty. I do believe in let the best man win. Give the man his shake, especially if he won. And in this instance, I do feel that you either run it back or maybe you give Kai Kara France a shot at that title. If this was a title eliminator, the winner of this fight gets the title. I think there's one thing that Dana White and the UFC has done very, very well, is they've always given people justice. Even when I lost to Joseph Benavidez, Dana even called me and thought that I won. He said, "Hey, we're gonna treat you like the number one contender. You're gonna fight Sergio Pettis, and then the winner of that fights, and they get the opportunity to fight Demetrius Johnson." And he gave me his word. I was able to fight Demetrius Johnson and get the win. And even that fight was super close, but it wasn't a robbery. It wasn't this. It wasn't this. Call it what you want to call it, but it wasn't that. Anyhow, guys, what you got for me, Michael?
Oh yeah, so you'd mentioned the open scoring, so you would be a supporter in MMA of open scoring, and do you think that would have changed? I mean, you won the 5th round against Aljo anyway, but do you think that would have changed anything for you?
100%. If they're gonna go to that scoring, if two judges had me both winning the 5th, and the third didn't have me winning the 5th, which was pretty decisive, yeah, I'd still be talking smack. I'd still be the king of cringe. I'd have the belt around my waist, sleeping on it, cringing everybody out. So I think they should have open scoring, but only for championship fights or main events. Because if you do, because I think for 3 rounds, I don't think it's a good idea. But I think in a championship round, so people really know, because it's 5 rounds. It's literally 5 rounds. 5 rounds is a lot. 3 rounds, if you only have to win one, you have to win the other, and that's it. You can kind of cruise to the 3rd. But when it comes to championship fights, I think you can really, or main events in a 5-round fights, I think you can kind of give out the scorecard. I think you let people know. And I think that's what's going to keep MMA honest. So I hope the UFC, I hope they can come into this conclusion, because this could change the game. And I think once it starts going right, then I think you can take the open scoring out. Who knows? People may love it, but a world title is a world title, and it's not fair to a lot of us who don't get that fair judging. And I'm not saying here that I won. Do I take the L? I take it. I take the L. I didn't win decisively, and that's what hurts. But guys that decisively won, and I'm not here to hate on Amir. I like the kid. I think he's super, super talented. I actually thought it was going to be more of a dominant performance on his side. I just want things to be fair. That's it. So whatever these judges may be judging, guys, take a damn break and go get yourself a damn Jimmy bar. That's right, the non-gluten-free bar that is a meal replacement. It's so good that it makes me want to slap everybody's mama. So you guys make sure to go to jimmybars.com and get your Jimmy on.